fantastic heroes. Welcome to Hero Academy with your tutor, Wandra. In this video, we're gonna learn about verb endings. Now let's take a look. You know what is a verb? A verb is an action word. And a verb can change their endings to show when the action happens. And by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to identify verbs and their endings. And you'll be able to understand how verb endings change with tense. You know tense, right? There's a simple present, present continuous, and simple past tense, among other tenses that we can use to state an action or to tell an event that happens in different times. And the last one, you'll be able to correctly use verbs with different endings in sentences. Now, remember, there are some major verbs that we know. For example, simple present, present continuous, and simple past tense. When we use simple present, we add s or es according to the subject. With subject that use s or es at the ending of the verbs, the subjects are he, she, and it. For example, he plays football every Sunday. She cooks fried chicken for dinner every night. It plays with a ball often. Now, when do we use simple present? We use simple present for an action that happens again and again. And remember, for the subject he, she, and it, the verb endings are usually with s or es for the subjects that I mentioned before. Now, when we use s for the subject he, she, it, we add s when the verb tells a repeated action, like the examples I gave before. He plays football every day. She cooks fried chicken every night. It plays with the ball often. And we add es for the verbs or action words that end with h. For example, there are some verbs that end with h, like watch, wash, brush. So if the subject is he or she or it, we add es after the verb at the ending of the verb. For example, he brushes his dogs every week. She watches TV every night. So we add es at the end of the verbs that end with h. And for present continuous, present continuous, we use present continuous when the action is happening now. For example, she is having dinner. He is playing a video game. So we add ing at the end of verbs that is used in present continuous tense, telling you that the action is going on at the moment. And what about simple past tense? We add different ending to the verbs in simple past tense. For example, you think about verbs that often be used in simple past tense, like a walk becomes walked, and play becomes played, and then also work becomes worked. and that these rules don't apply to irregular verbs such as eat that changes into ate. We don't add ed at the end of the verb eat. So it changes into ate. And then there's also bring. We don't add ed at the end of the verb bring, but it changes into brought. For examples, she brought a present to his friend's birthday party. She took an umbrella when it was raining. Now, let's focus on regular verbs in which the verbs end in ed. For example, play becomes played. He played in the park with his friends. So the verbs end with ed. We add the ending ed to the verb play. She worked in the garden to help her grandma. So work changed into worked. The ending is worked. We add ed to the verb work. Now, that's what we call verb endings. So, what do you think about our lesson today? I hope it's clear enough for you to learn that verb can change according to the tenses and also to the subjects. So, let me give you a short recap about verb endings. Remember, verb can change their endings to show when the action happened. Like I said before, in simple present, when the action happened again and again, for the subject he, she, or it, we can add s or es. So the verb endings will be in s or es. And for present continuous, the verb endings is in. For example, she is having dinner with her family now. He's playing a video game. And then, for simple present tense and present continuous, the verb endings are different. And so with the simple past tense. In simple past tense, the verb endings will be in ed. For regular verbs, remember in simple past tense, there will be regular and irregular verbs, where in regular verbs, the ending will be in ed, but in irregular verbs, the verbs will change completely. Okay, heroes, I hope you have learned something today with Hero Academy, and hopefully you'll see our next video. And if you love this video, please give it a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's learn and grow together with Hero Academy. See you soon!